Trade intuition, call me the rap broker. Support resistance, I stay steady, never poker. What goes up must come down, laws of the street. Market's a jungle, and I'm the beast. We flip the cash, make it rain, Wall Street warriors. Charts and graphs, my weapons build the corridor. Invest in yourself, don't be sheep, go solo. Trading bars, flipping stacks, that's my true flow. Money rules the game, don't play with luck. Hustle in the market, turn a buck. Let's make this money double up quick. Trade intuition got the game tricked. Candlesticks, flicker with the signs, no regret. Business sharp like a diamond, cut the debt. Assets on the rise, portfolios mine. Street savvy intellect, I redefine the line. Risk and reward, a fine balance to maintain. Bearish or bullish, know how to reign. Double down, triple gains, numbers on repeat. Master of the exchange, competition obsolete.
3, 2, 1. Let's go. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is your time. It is always time to make this money. So let's do it, guys. Let's make this money. My name is Joe. This is Trade Intuition, where we show you how to successfully trade without all the boring, complicated terms, pattern memorization. We make trading, I'm going to say it, we make trading almost fun. Of course, you know, it's not so fun when you lose, but losing is part of the game. All right, so again, hopefully you can hear some background music. Hopefully it's not too loud. If it is too loud, let me know in the chat. But let's go ahead and get on with the show. So what we always do, we go over Bitcoin, then we go over your coins. And if and I love questions. So if you have any questions regarding just anything really crypto related, let me know. And my job is to help you out. My job is to make you money. And yes, guys, thank you so much for smashing the like. It does help support the channel. And of course, that's the easiest way to support the channel. Now, if you want a cool way to support the channel, you can also get one of these things where you can do these little bingo bangos and everything else. I forget what the membership is. It's one of the lower tier ones. I think it's $2.99, $3.99, something like that. But just to let you know, that does also help support the channel. And pretty cool. Sounds good. Awesome. Thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate you, man. All right, so let's go and get started. Right now, we are looking at Bitcoin. So I've been updating the group. Of course, you know, we do have a VIP group. And we were mentioning it over here when the price section was, I think, around here. Said, you know, here, of course, hey, we got Crypto Coin Mindset in the house. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Of course, if y'all don't know, this guy is really good with a bunch of his just thought process on the market, everything else, well-rounded. So definitely check him out. It's every morning, so definitely check him out. Monday through Friday, I believe. So definitely check him out. I don't have any links to anybody. I still haven't done anything on this backup computer. I think I'm gonna accept defeat though. I didn't even work yesterday on my other computer to try to fix it. I just took a day off. But I don't want to have frustration every day. So today I'll probably get to it. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. But I might just take defeat and just put everything on this computer and then just consider those two very expensive computers just trash. Which really sucks because it's probably something super simple like an 8-year-old could figure out. So I know. I don't want to accept defeat. I really don't. But back to Bitcoin. We mentioned this when prices action was over here. I said, man, watch out for this level in the group. If it finds support at this level, our shorts are going to not do well. Sure enough, it broke out, found support, came up, created a lower high. This is what's important. When it created a lower high, this is showing weakness. Now, I'm not like all these other mentors that say, oh, we have a lower high and it's going to come down and look what happened. You know, follow me. Nobody knows what's going to happen. Nobody knows. Because this could have easily come up, stopped here, come down, bounce, come up, stop here, come down, bounce, and then made a higher high. Nobody knows. This is just telling us that it might go down. It's losing strength. It might continue to fall, but anything can happen. It could find support here and then make a higher high. And now all these mentors, they're not going to mention this one. They're just going to say, oh, we have a high, we have a higher high. They're not going to mention this one. So in the moment, you don't know that this is definitely a lower high. It's creating, you know, active tense. It's creating a lower high, which leads to the possibility to where it might come down. And it did. But I just don't want you to see this, oh, it's coming down. No, because it can always come back up. All right, so it is very important for me to just, you know, make sure that everybody understands that. All right, moving on. Let's see here. So it did come down, and then right here, you know, we're in shorts, and our shorts have been doing really nice. And I might be checking on this one periodically, so just kind of give you a heads up. But the price, it came back up. And when this comes up, of course, our shorts, they also start coming up too. For example, like all this, like this is a 1 hour time frame, but I'm started coming up. The 1 hour time frame, all this started coming up. So, you know, these are just something that we have to be aware of. Then it started bouncing here, and I was really wanting it to come down. We got Dave P in the house. Dave P with the bingo bango. The bingos and the bangos. Yeah, so we were really wanting it to come down, and right now it's in this range. Now, the beautiful part, guys, the beautiful part about this range is we talked about this range. Now, I'm not one of those YouTubers or influencers or whatever you want to call it. I'm not one of, oh, I told you so, I told you so. No, there's none of that, because nobody knows. We were mentioning here, when the price action, let's get rid of all this. Let's see, what can we get rid of? Nothing really. Let's go to 4 hour time frame. Let's get rid of our moving averages. Let's kind of make it clean just a little bit. Now let's just take a step back. A few days ago, when the price action was here, we were saying that, you know, it's losing strength. It's right here, right at. So everything that I'm showing you, very important. Everything that I'm showing you is not only for Bitcoin, but it's for any coin. So here we had a high. We had a slightly lower high, slightly, but we do have this major area of resistance. This is a really big area of resistance. And here we have a much higher probability. Again, it could have gone up. We have a much higher probability that it might come down. Price action was right here in this little zone. I said, man, it's not looking good. More than likely, it's going to come down to 62.7, and then more than likely break through that. You know, try to come up, go around this area, and then probably come down. But when it did come down, man, did it come down. Now, we created this. From our high to our low, this blue line is our middle, 50% mark. Now, we also looked inside of this, and we said, man, we have a lot of areas. Now, granted, it was on a larger, I don't remember, maybe a 1 hour time frame. Yeah, it was a 1 hour time frame we were looking at. We have a bunch of support resistance right in this zone. That's why we created this box. Now, if we look over here, get rid of this. Let's just get rid of it. Now, if we look over here, we can see that it's, you know, right in this box area, you know, finding support, you know, breaking down barely. You know, if we wanted to, we could kind of adjust it a little bit, but still, it's right in this box area, right at the 50% mark from this initial move. And what we're looking for is either it breaking up or down. Well, right now, we're just waiting. Now, granted, we are in some trades in the VIP group. We are in some trades. Jono's in the house. We are in some trades. And all of them are shorts. We don't have one long. Now, we're looking for a long on, which one is it? TON. There was some news on TON where they took them out of jail, and went to court or something like that. It was like an hour or two ago, but we haven't seen nothing. No movement, no nothing. It was 4 hours ago. And, we had a little pump, came right back down. So we're still looking at this one too. Let's see here. Any coins, guys? Any coins y'all want to do? Any questions? Oh, okay. So it was funny. I was watching Tom. I love Tom. Tom Crown. Tom Crown. I love this dude. Dude is funny, super cool. And he was trading, or he wasn't trading, but he was looking at Bitcoin on the 1 minute time frame. And he's like, I don't know how people trade on the 1 minute time frame. This is not blah blah. He went to the 5 minute time frame. Then he went to the 1 second time frame. And he's like, man, I wonder if I would get more viewers if I did the 1 second time frame. So I don't know if he was referring to somebody who we all know, but they have to be very careful because it's all politics. The dude who he might be referring to, he is, hey, what's up, Ceylon? Yeah, we'll check those out. The guy he's referring to might, or rather the guy he might be referring to, of course, is very, I don't want to say powerful, but the dude is very influential. He's very charismatic, good looking dude, charismatic, in shape, just somebody who looks like he brings good vibes, somebody who you want to be friends with. And because of that, he's going to continue getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So you don't want to rub elbows with him in a wrong way. And so with that being said, he was saying that, and of course, all these sheep were saying, oh yeah, he's great. And, he trades on the 1 minute all the time, the 200 SMA, this is not blah, blah. But what people don't realize, and it's so upsetting, because all of his stuff is based off of what already happened. Look, guys, you buy a short on the 200 SMA, and look at all this. Look, we came all the way down here. Then you buy on the, so yes, you can do this, and I actually recommend doing this, but on the daily time frame, because it could go up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, and you're losing 5%, 10%, 5%, 5%, 5%. Having your stop loss or whatever. Eventually, it's gonna go one way. Now, I do recommend this type of trading. Oh yeah, Lifer. Lifer's a joke, man. You have no idea. Lifer is a joke. He is a big time joke. But people can't say his name or talk bad about him because he'll shun you. Oh, speaking about that, I was going to show this anyway. This was on CryptoFace. CryptoFace was showing Lifer's stream. I think it was yesterday. I forget. My days get mixed up. And right away, when he started doing that, these people started posting. And this first one says, I realize you like him. Or at least that's what he tells everybody daily. Regardless, he is a classic narcissist. Period. Then this other guy says, Lifer will tell you both ways it could go. Then the next day will tell you, I told you. And that's what he does. Oh man. And I don't understand it. Like if you all these people who like Lifer, I guarantee it. Like I am willing to bet my life. I guarantee it. They are all voting for the person who is not gonna make America great again. I have to be very careful with the words that I say, because YouTube loves to do certain things. And matter of fact, they actually removed a channel that I watch, periodically, because they can. And freedom of certain things you can't say, because those are all words that YouTube watches for. So I'll give you a heads up. But oh man, yeah. So everybody, I guarantee it, everybody who who listens to Lifer, I'm sure, is going to vote for the person who, when asked a question, repeats the question and dances around the question and never answers the question. I guarantee it. See, they love watching. Yeah, they do. They do. Let's see here. Then this first person says, there's one thing for sure. When you listen to that narcissist, whatever he says is right. Shaking my head. And then this person says, I've seen this dude cry more times than he won a trade. Spot on. There was one time, I've told this story before, where one of his admins came in, and that admin, I think it was a female, he goes, hey guys, sorry I'm late. I, ran in a couple minutes late. Has he cried already? I was like, what? No way. And I'm sure they banned her like crazy. Yeah, we'll look at TRX, definitely. All right, so that's enough story time. All right, let's see here. I'm going down the list. See here, we had C-Long first with Pepe. Let's do some Pepe. So let's go to the 1 hour time frame. Let's come over here to this. Let's go to default, because more than likely I'm going to, we might enter it. I don't know. I'm looking for trades. I'm only in one. Granted, the group already has like 3 of them. No, 2. I think we got stopped out on Aave. Yeah, we got stopped out on Aave. We did really nice. Forex leverage, our first target hit, and then we moved our stop loss in profit. And then, so we got 12% when we did get stopped out. And then, 4 times 8 for this one. What is that, 32? I'm horrible with math. But, so yeah, so we got, so we have available spots. I don't like putting a lot of trades. There's groups that will post 10, 20 charts a day. Not me. Right now we have 2 active trades, and these trades we've been in for about 2 days now, I guess. And then just updating, moving stop loss, all that fun stuff. So let's look at some Pepe. Pepe, USDT, MEXC. Okay, not looking bad. Daily. Let's get rid of everything, including the alerts. So I like looking at stuff from the longer, bigger term, just the bigger stuff. Let's see here. I'm looking at my crosshairs, seeing where we can. So we're in a zone right now. So let's go ahead and draw out this zone. So this is this. Oh, and of course my camera's still not working, but here I am. Okay, that's it. That's all you get. Oh, I need to do the transition. We need to do fade. And then we got to do, yeah, I'm really upset with my camera, or my computer rather. But here I am. Okay, guy. Okay, moving on. So there's that one. And then there's this one. So we're in this zone right now. We would need for it to break out of this zone. Let's go to this level. Man, I tell you, if there was, like, if I had a nephew that was here, man, like, I'm sure one of my brother's kids could be like, oh yeah, Uncle Joe, it's, all you gotta do is, plug it in. Like, what? Serious? It wasn't plugged in? How dumb it'd probably be. All right, so for this one, what I would do is I would set an alert. This is for a long, of course, since there was no specification for a short. This would be for a long. You want to set your alert. All those zeros, 82, 11. That's where you want to set your alert. And then the 4-hour candle must close above this level, which is 7783. 7783, of course, all those zeros. 77, go to 7783, right? Okay. And we'll do this one as a 1, so you can see the difference. So that's what I would do. I would set my alert right there. The 4-hour candle must close above this number. And then as far as, let's do a target and stop loss. So let's just say you entered here, you didn't get the absolute bottom. My first target would be about 14%. You don't want to get too greedy. That's one thing you don't want to do. So that would be your target. And then as far as your stop loss goes, I will put it probably right here for the stop loss, right around 10%. Now, of course, you know, this is not a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio. Calm down. I'll give you one more. This one would be roughly around right here. Now, of course, whenever I'm doing this stuff, none of this is, you know, let me pick right here. This is all strategic. I'm going underneath these candle bodies and wicks. Now, you can't go under each one because then you'll never have a target or a stop loss. But, you know, I'm selecting an area. It's underneath the main area of resistance. And then every candle body close, every candle wick is resistance. So this, I'm setting it under here. So whenever I'm doing any of this stuff, look at my crosshairs. You know, go back in all my videos and pause it and you'll see. All right, good stuff. So let me come over here and let me see. Okay, and let me go to me real quick. Go to my channel. So right now, I'm trying to pull up my chat because I can see, hey, we got Crypto Billy in the house. Crypto Billy, the man, the myth, the legend. So right now, I'm on my other computer. If I wasn't, I'd have Billy's info getting ready to post. But amazing space last night. Crypto Billy, he does a Twitter space every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. He's got a lot of great people on there. A lot of great people. So definitely, you know, follow him, Crypto Billy. And I'm actually following him on Twitter. So if you can't find him, just go to my thing and then see who I'm following. So here we go. So we're looking at Pepe. So this is what I would do for Pepe. But of course, we would have to wait for your alerts because these alerts are really important. Without these alerts, I mean, you're going to be in trades way longer than you want to be. Way longer. So just kind of give you a heads up. All right, so that is that one. Let's go to another one. Maybe I should do these on, let's just do it on default. So the next one, let's see here. That was Pepe. Now Turbo. Okay, so Turbo I'm very interested in. Turbo, USDT. Gonna be MEXC. And we'll just look at the regular one. So let's get rid of all this junk. Here, everything. And you can see that it was in a really tight range. A really tight range. And what we want to do is we want to identify this range first. I really need to move this. I don't know where to put my, because it's blocking everything. So I'm on my other computer, on my other desk. Not fun. I've been here for a bit. Okay. So let's say here, we can go from, say, here to here. Yep. So this is our little range. So we can call this our, let's see here. What do I want to call this? I go in pocket. I just do it great. So we can see that we have identified this range that it's in. Really nice range. And the reason you want to identify a range is because you can actually trade in between this range. And this is what's called range trading. Now, the only downside of range trading is, say you sell here, let's say you sold here, but it keeps going up. Do not kick yourself in the butt because you missed out on all these gains. Be happy for what you had. Let's say you entered here and you sold here. And then now, okay, you got, let's see, what's our percentage? You didn't get the absolute bottom. Let's say you got here to here, 10%. Shoot, man, if I could do 10%, or rather, if you could do 10% every single day, that's compounding your gains. That's really, really great. Now, if you did 10% every trade and you traded 2-3 times a day, and get out of here. That's a lot of money. I mean, you can start off with $100, and before you know it, you could have $110 before you know it. No, I'm just playing. But you know, if you have 100, before you know it, you have 200, then 400, and keep on going. All right. Speaking about that, let me just check on this one. Here we go. Let's see here. So let's say you sold here, and then it comes down a little bit, and you're waiting for it to come back to this general area, not the very bottom, but just this general area. And it stops here and it starts coming up, and then you see it way up here. You're like, man, if I would have just held it, I would have had 33%. Yeah, sure. But, you know, it's easier to say, and this is what all these mentors do. This is what they all do. Oh, well, I would have held it, and, you know, we would have sold right here. No, you wouldn't have. What would have told you to sell right here? We're overbought on this, and they're looking for reasons, guys. Set your targets, stick with them. Don't beat yourself up if it continues to move. Be happy for what you got instead of looking at your neighbor and being jealous. So that's very important. All right, moving on. So here, man, if I was doing a regular trade and not leverage. Now, granted, lately I've been doing a lot of leverage. If you want leverage, I personally would not do a long. Well, it depends. I'd have to go into a lower time frame. But right now, we're just talking about regular trades. Right now, regular trades, sure, I'd go long. But Joe, you just said you wouldn't. Well, leverage is way different. 14%. No, since this is a meme coin. Now, granted, it is a decent sized meme coin. It's not like super tiny, but it's not gigantic. I would put a stop loss roughly around 8%. Roughly around 8%. This would be my stop loss. And let's see here. My target would be, first target would be roughly around 15%. So this is a nice one. Now, granted, due to the market, you do have a very high possibility that you might get stopped out just because of the market. So just, you know, you have to take that into consideration. And what you could do, guys, let's just make it safer. You could enter 50% right now. Wait for the break of this level, which would be 38 and something. Come over here. Let's do a copy. Let's come over here. Let's do a paste. So this is the level that it would need to break. So you can enter 50% here, wait, and, you know, set your alert up here, or just watch it, you know, come back to it later on today, 12 hours later, whatever. And then let's say the candle is right here. Well, then now you can enter your other 50% right here. Just put a check mark. I don't know what that means. But you put your other 50% right here, and now you're in 100%. And now it's safer than, because if it does come down, we have a very high possibility that it could bounce and come back up. They'll give you a heads up. But yeah. But yeah, in reference to this, it's just very funny because you have to be very careful with what you say, because you will get ostracized. Like, it was funny when I made a video about this where, you know, it's basically double talks. And if you know how to trade, you would spot this. You would definitely spot this. But if you don't know how to trade, like I said, the dude is very charismatic, he's very whatever. But you have to be very careful with what you say, because if you say something, and this guy is very influential, like I mentioned earlier, and if you say anything, you are out of the circle. And here it's very political. You have to know the right people in order to get help, in order to grow your channel, in order to do anything, in order to not be ostracized. And for me, the way I see it is, it's very funny because, and you'll see it too, like if you go to his Twitter, You know, you'll see him pouring sparkling water down the commode after he flushes it and saying something like, if you don't do this, then you haven't made it, or something like that. I don't know what he says. And I don't pay too much attention to him, but I remember him doing something like that one day. Now, granted, you know, bought a house and this and that. Great, dude, man. Happy for you. Very happy for you. It hurts me, all the people that he is hurting. Now, granted, how is he so successful? He's charismatic. You can, if you seem like a good guy and you show only people the wins, it's like hypnotizing them. It really is. And that's like, if you were to just watch, for 30 minutes how he trades, he trades with emotions. He does. And one thing is so funny, I love it when he does this. Let's just say, you know, trade is, let's say, I don't know, it doesn't even matter. Okay, yes, perfect, right here. So let's say the trade's right here. And, you know, he's going to enter a trade and he'll do something like this. And he'll do something like this. So this is, you know, pretty nice risk to reward ratio, you know, a 4-to-1 risk to reward ratio. He normally does like a 6-to-1. So let's just say right here, 6-to-1 ratio, just for fun. But he'll be trading this on the 1 minute time frame. And then it's so funny. And then what he'll do is the trade will start going and he'll start doing this. And of course he's, you know, granted, so 1 minute time frame, you know, it starts going up and he's like, all right, guys, you know, I told you, you know, right now it's crossing the 21 or whatever things he uses. It's above the 200. If it's above the 200, like we're going to go, this is not blah, blah. And as soon as it starts turning a little bit, he'll sell it. He'll get $30, $50, whatever, because he's trading with so much money with such high leverage that he was willing to earn this much and risk this much. And then the funny part is he tells everybody that, you know, in his group, like, hey guys, like what I tell y'all, you know, y'all want to have a 6-to-1 ratio, et cetera. But like for me, I just want to take my profit. Nothing wrong with taking profit. But when you're doing something and then showing them this, and it's like, like for me personally, what I do is I do low leverage. And I put it for the group, low leverage. And I tell them do this. Now what I do is I'm in this trade, but I'm getting in and out, you know, 20%, 30%, 20%, because normally I'll trade with higher leverage. And so I'm in and out. As it's coming up, I'm making money. As it's coming down, like doing this number, I'm making money. Going up. So I'm constantly trading this coin because it looks good. A lot of, you know, momentum. But for him, what he'll do is he'll do this and he'll get out and he'll make $30, $40, and then that's it. It's like, and then he'll tell everybody, you see guys, you know, 6-to-1 ratio, blah, blah. And then if it comes down, you know, he's, like I mentioned this before, he's always right. Because he's like, oh guys, you know, I got out, you know, and I'm glad I did because it crossed the 21 again, or it crossed the 200, and now it's coming down. It's like, dude, you just said it crossed the 200, now it's going up. But now it's going down, and then sure enough, it went down. And then later he said, you see guys, I told you, the 21, the 200, and it's down. So either way, he's right. And that's what that comment said, you know, either way, he's right. Who's in here, guys? Who's in here? Put it one in the chat. I want to see who's in here. But yeah, I just find it funny. And it upsets me that all these people are sheep. Man, all these people are sheep because they believe this dude. And not only that, but he does not want anybody in his chat that says anything remotely negative. There was one where it wasn't even addressed to him. And he said, man, I just lost all my gains. That's it. I just lost all my gains. Not, you know, I just lost my whole account or whatever. And right away, he's, oh man, I don't want any negative people in my thing. And there's a God bless you. Man, I hate it when people say that with that ugly voice, that ugly tone. God bless you. Nah, man, God bless you. And like, I don't, matter of fact, you're going to be banned. I never want you here again. Don't watch my show ever again. And, you're never going to be able to respond to, and he banned him from the channel. And I'm pretty sure if he would have been in the paid group, he would have kicked him out of the paid group too, because that's what he does. I'm living testimony of that. That's what he did to me long time ago, 4 years ago. I made a comment on one of his videos, just trying to help him out. And I basically said, this is something that, and we were friends, man, we were friends at this time. We're on Telegram, we're doing, face-to-face chat type thing, you're just cool dude. Everything's cool. And he made a video and I told him, I said, hey man, I just give you a heads up, like this might offend people. So just be careful, and I smashed the like. I always do that. I smashed the like. And that dude banned me from all of his telegrams, removed me from his telegrams, blocked me on Telegram, blocked me on YouTube and everything. And then finally, like maybe a year ago now, I guess, or 8 months, we started talking on Twitter. And I told him, dude, I said, hey man, like unblock me already, dude. Like it's been 4 years already. But I'm sure he doesn't want to. And it's funny too. It's so funny because the only reason I was able, in my opinion, that I was able to talk on Twitter Space was Crypto Billy was there. I think that's the only reason I was able to talk on his Twitter Space was because Crypto Billy was there. And yeah, I'm cool and everything. It's like, hey man, good for you, congratulations, etc. I have no ill will about the dude as far as him personally, but I feel really bad for all of his followers. Man, do I feel bad. Like I'm sure his people who he has as admins are great, but it's just the style of trading that he does, to where it's like, the setups, like in a bullish market, a monkey could pick a coin. He can get a ball and just throw it at a coin, and that you hold it long enough, it's going to make money. It's going to make money. But yeah, man, I got a lot of stories on that, but that'll be for another time. All right, moving on. All right. Let's see here. We got Pepe. We got Turbo. Here. Crypto Coin Mindset says, I know another influencer who also trades in the 1 minute. Needless to say, I no longer follow him. But it's amazing. Yeah. It's amazing how many still do. Yeah. It just upsets me, guys, because I don't want people to get bamboozled. And that's why I do this every day at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to help the reduction, I guess, of people being bamboozled. Now, granted, I don't have fancy suits. I don't have a very large vocabulary. I'm not very articulate, blah, blah, blah. But hopefully people can see my heart. Hopefully people can see that, man, this is what really got me. So referring to that guy again, I don't like saying people's names. It's just, for me, I just don't like saying people's names. So with him, now if you ask me who I'm talking about, I'll tell you, but I don't like saying people's names. And it was so funny though, because there was one time where something was happening with the coin to where you can now mint the coins or whatever, and you had to go to a website, and he was showing it on his live stream. It's like, oh, that's pretty cool. Something new he's showing on his live stream. And there was like 6 or 8 people saying, what website are you on? Like, I want to do this too. And he goes, oh, I put the link in my group, my VIP group. So, if you want the link, just make sure to join my group. And he kind of gave like an evil smirk and kind of like looking at the camera. He goes, you see what I did? You see what I did? And I'm thinking, okay, that was pretty sly. That was pretty cool. Join my group, this and that, hey, good for you, But I know for a fact that he's going to give out the channel, give out the name. And nope. I watched, because normally I watch him like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. That's all I can stand of him. But this time I watched 45 minutes. He did not give out the link, but he did mention his group like 3, maybe 4 times. And I'm thinking, dude, you're a millionaire, man. You're a millionaire. These people want to be where you're at. Like, they're hungry. And you're like putting it in their face. Oh, well, if you want this link that's free, you have to join my group. That was so, man, that was so ugly. All right, moving on. Yeah, I got a lot of stories. Let's see here. Oh, let's go over TRX. TRX. Let's go over here, TRX. Yeah, but a lot of people don't like talking about him just because, well, you know, he's tied to a lot of people. Very influential. Me, whatever happens, happens. And I put in God's hands, whatever. All right, so here we go. So here we go. We are looking at TRON. TRON is a strong, as always. Let's go to the magnet tool. Come over here to this, and let's go over here to this. This is one of our levels. Here's another one of our levels. And we do have a mid-level. So this is what I like doing. Range low, range high, mid-range. This is about the middle. And you can see that if you do patterns, which I don't, but if you do patterns, you will see that this is a shoulder, a head, and a shoulder, which is very ugly shoulder, but people will call that and they'll say, you know, this is the measured move. However, I don't trade based off of patterns. I trade based off of support resistance. Now, this is very weak. The way I look at it, we have a high, we have a lower high, and then we have a lower high. It's losing momentum, not doing good. So we have a very strong possibility that the price action may come down to here. And if it loses this level, well, guess what's the next level? This one right here. Now, I do think it will go down. Now, one thing that you can do to, you know, if you're doing regular spot trades, this is the easiest way to trade, guys. This is the absolute easiest way. Oh, I'm sorry. I haven't even, if you want to, you can look down. I haven't even looked down this whole time. You can look down, or you can put indicators rather, and you can use moving averages. But I mainly just use price action. I don't even look at this junk down here. So just kind of give you a heads up. All right, so with that being said, let's go ahead and look at this. This is on the 4-hour time frame. Now, of course, I do have the watermark here. Also, you can tell that it's a 4-hour by this, and then also this. In case you're ever wondering, or if you're on another stream and they don't have this, and you want to know what time frame they're on, it'll either be here or here. Okay. Let's go to a smaller time frame. Let's see what we got. What we're doing is we're looking for all the ups and downs. We're looking for all the ups and downs here. I'm really happy you guys are here, guys. Really happy you guys are here. You guys are the best. You guys are the best. We're gonna make so much money, guys. It's ridiculous. Let's see here. So we mentioned this lower highs looking weak. So the price action, if you were doing just a regular spot long, here is your resistance. So the price action you would need, I would do set an alert right here at 0.1603. And then you could enter basically anywhere. Like your alert goes off, you can enter as long as it's above this level way down here. Now, the reason for that you can enter way down here, let's go ahead and put this to a 1. The reason for that is because this is really nice support. Not only that, but I'm pretty sure it's like less than 10%. Look at that, 1%. So anywhere here you can enter. Now, would I enter right now? No. But Joe, it's only 1%. Well, the reason I would not enter right now is because the price could come down. Price, and you don't want to be in the trade too long. You know, let's say the price does this, and then it does this, and then now you're waiting, and you're waiting. And how long are you wanting to wait? I don't want to wait this long. I would rather short it or wait for it to, just like we did here, break a recent high, and then you enter. Because this, what it's doing, it's changing the momentum. So what I love doing is I love trend trading. This right now is a downtrend. We have a high, lower high, lower high, low, lower low, etc., etc. So this is the trend. However, once we start creating higher highs and higher lows, now we're changing the trend. That doesn't mean the trend changed. Very important. Listen to the words that I say. I'm using current, active tense, and also past tense. This is a downtrend. This is obvious. This is, if it's not obvious, and I don't mean to say obvious, this is defined. This is what it is, because we have multiple lower highs. The more lower highs, the more lower lows that you have, the stronger the downtrend. This is now, if we create a higher high and a higher low, this is the possible, notice the word, possible start. This is the possible start of an uptrend. And it'll continue the uptrend until it breaks the most recent low. So here is a low. Once it broke this low, now it's like, oh, watch out. Now it broke this, or now it's about to break this low, and then it continues maybe down. So just got to be very careful with all that. All right. So this is why I would not enter right now. I would actually set an alert here. And then, you know, once your alert goes off, then you can enter as long as the candle closes above this. And you can do it on the 1 hour time frame. So hopefully you like that thought process. Okay. And let's see here. That one was for crypto coin mindset. Very nice. Going down the list, C-Long says, if you had liquidity levels at 0.00, would you let ride up your leverage percent, or could you 0.00 change by them resetting? Hope that question makes sense. No, it doesn't. Plus, I don't even know what coin you're referring to. So remember that, you know, I'm looking at the chart, but I'm looking at the chat. So if you ever ask a question about a coin, always put the who, what, where, when, why. For example, if you were to trade Pepe long, 5x leverage, short, and I entered here, would you consider having your stop loss here or here? You know, so again, you have to give me the who, what, where, when, why. So I'm gonna read this again. If you had your liquidity levels at 0.00, which that doesn't make any sense. Like I would need all the zeros and then 7, 8, 1 or something. Change them by resetting. Hope that. So, okay. So I think I know what you're asking. And this is what I do all the time. Well, this is what I do recently. For example, let's go to this one. Let's go to the 15-minute time frame. So I think I know what you're asking. So let's do this, because I don't mess with those other ones. Let's go to the 15-minute time frame. Now this is a leverage question. So those of you who do not trade leverage, don't worry. So let's say I want my liquidity level right here. So that means I will put my stop loss right here. Well, let me just show you. How's that? Let me show you. Oh, wrong one. Let me show you. Plus, I can keep an eye on my trade too. Oh, did I get stopped out? Oh, I closed it. Okay. Okay. So for example, if I want, I think I know what you're asking. So if I wanted this trade, this is more advanced stuff, guys. It's more advanced stuff. If I wanted to open a short right now, let me see if I want to open a short right now. Turbo. Okay, we might do turbo. Man, I got stopped out on turbo. I don't know how that happened. I don't know. I mean, the only thing I can guess is I entered somewhere here, and then I had my stop loss like super tight. Like that isn't, to me, I must have been like really, really tired for me to move my stop loss. Like, this confuses me. But anyway, let's see here. So this one I might go short. Ton. And I hate do that, get all the ads again. This one, no. This one, Jupiter. Okay, so the only possible one, this one. Okay, so let's say I want to trade with $50. Now, I want my liquidity to be right here, and I want my stop loss. I think this is what you're asking. Maybe that's still a lot though. Stop loss to be right here. So what I like doing is I like getting this and then just copying. So I'm not having to type all these numbers and get confused. So stop loss here. Now, my liquidity for the short is 44.81. So liquidity is way up here. So because of that, I can actually increase my leverage. I think this is what you're asking. So what I do is I go over here and I go to, let's say 10, confirm it. So now it's 41. I'm still above where I want to be, you know, have my liquidity. So now I do 12. I'm at 40. So let's try one more. Try two more. Okay, let's try a little bit more. I'm sure there is a calculator for this, but I don't know it. So that's too much. But this is what I do. So here my liquidity is 39.06. Perfect. So now what I would do, so here's my stop loss. Now granted, look at my margin, it's $71. My stop loss is $84. So that's not gonna happen. But so if I don't know why it allows you to do this, because I would lose more money than, and I have it on isolated. But this would just tell me that, you know, if it comes up here, then I'm pretty much smoked. But if I start losing money, then I could close it, or this would be an area that I could possibly add to by moving it down. But let's just go to this, and not, I don't want 70. Let's go 55. So let's go to this, and of course that changed, 34. 44, prices 43. So I'll do 20. I'll do 30 right here. It works. And then I will do right here. Copy. I think this is what you're asking. At least I hope it is. If not, I just wasted everybody's time. Do another 25. Open short. Okay. Okay, so that's that. So we'll see. Let's see what hits. Let's see here. What other questions? This over here. In the meantime. Okay, going down the list. Okay. And we're almost done. Let's see. Crypto Billy says, pull a volume profile on that, Joe. Show them the area high, area low, and also the POC. That's for range. Oh, so we're talking about the range one. Well, it'll be like right there where I was at. Which one was it? I forgot which one it was. I don't remember. But yeah, so what he's referring to is this right here, the fixed range volume profile. It's also found over here, but I do have it as my favorite. And what you could do is you just go and pull it from the start of the range. And then you can see the high, the low, the mid range, the PLC. And that, so this is different from this volume. So let me show you. So volume. So this is time-based volume. So every 15 minutes, you know, this is according to a volume for that time frame. This is price-based volume. So this is according to the price. This was where there was more volume in this area. So that's the difference between that. But I have this down here. So let's remove this. Okay. Let's see here, going down the list. David says, at Target, I take 75% off the table and see if the rest can gain a little more. Now, that's a great strategy if you have good amount of money in the trade. For me personally, I trade with little money right now. You know, once the market gets better, I'll trade with more money. But so right now, I'm in the shorts. 21%. My first entry hit. This one didn't hit yet. So let's see here. But if I have like a good amount, and I believe I made a video for the VIP today in reference to that. But yeah, if I have a decent amount of money, I'll take, you know, 50%, 75%, let the rest ride. But if it's like just really nothing in that trade, then I just like, I just take it. So for here, you know, we do have $32 in the trade. And because of the leverage, it's like we're trading $669. So just kind of give you a heads up. Let's see here. If it retraces, I'm only losing a little bit for myself. It's worth the risk because I've already made my gains. Yeah, definitely. We got Clay the Great in here. What's up, Clay the Great? Appreciate you guys for being here. Appreciate you tremendously. Let's see here, going down the list. Grant says, late to the party. Hey, man. Appreciate you here. Need everybody being here. Clay the Great says, AVAX. Let's see here. Do you want AVAX? And is that supposed to be Solana? Or is that, I don't know what that is. So let's go to AVAX. Is there SO? No, I think it's just AVAX. USDT. Okay, let's do some XC. So this one's dumping. Well, not dumping, but kind of. So for this one, I would look for a short, if that's what you're looking for, once it breaks this level. 23.61. I'll look for a short. It's not looking strong. It's definitely not looking strong. Yeah, and for this one, I would actually, this is a nice level, a nice mid-range level. So if I was going to short this, this would probably be like a 5x. Well, let me see. Depending on my stop loss, really depends on my amount of leverage. Here, man, it had to be really tight. I don't know if I do that though. So 15-minute time frame. Man, I would hate. So I would have to do like a 3x leverage. And the first one would be like a 1-to-1 ratio. But I would definitely have to wait for it to break this level. So I would set my alerts probably right here for my alerts. And then I would have to wait for the candle to break below this level. That's alerts. Because it would have to break this below this level. And then my alert goes off. And then I would enter anywhere here, but I would still, it would have to break this level though. Because right here, I mean, even this, you know, here, a little higher, looking good, and then no. And then, you know, for the pattern traders, you know, they could say this is a shoulder, head, shoulder. But if this comes down, comes up, and then comes down again, well, then they can say, oh, well, look, it's a complex head and shoulders. They can make up whatever they want. I don't do patterns. Mr. Jack, thanks, Joe. Unfortunate, gotta go. Hey, man, appreciate you being here, brother. Make sure to smash a like on your way in and your way out, but only smash it once. Only smash it once. Clay the Great says, yo, Joe, any luck with a market cipher? No. I've been looking at it. I mean, I'm starting to get used to it. All the frustrations have kind of worked its way out of my system. And now I'm kind of looking at another indicator. Now, granted, I don't trade with indicators. I rarely even look at them. But I know my community might want some indicators. So that's why I'm looking at them, and then of course learning them. But in my opinion, price action is what you need. Now, I do like stuff that shows momentum. I like oscillators because they show momentum. And because of momentum, it can tell you, oh, like this looks way different. So more than likely it might do this. And then when it does, it's great. But when it doesn't, or it does it only very little, which is called divergence, then it's like, man, you know. But yeah. Let's see here. I'm going down the list. I think I got everybody. Oh yeah, AVAX. Oh yeah, so we talked about AVAX already. Now as far as the long goes, again, right now we're in limbo. We're waiting. It would have to break above this level. And all it is just support resistance. We have to break above this level. Right now it's in this little tiny itty bitty range. In the range, I'd call it from here to here, so about 5% range. Yeah. So here. We got K in the house. I don't know how you say your name. K-O-L-U-T. Olut. I don't know. I'm just gonna call you K. Got K in the house, and I believe we're done, guys. Let's see. Clay the Great says, feel free to hit me up whenever, and I'll try and explain whatever I can. Oh, cool, man. Appreciate you. I'll probably forget though, but appreciate you, Clay the Great. Yeah, I mean, I kind of got the gist of it. It's just that for me, I don't like that. So with anything, money flow is coming down. So this means that more than likely price will come down, but price can always change and money flow can still be coming down. And then money flow can start going up to reflect what's happening with the price. And then of course, this is, you know, foretelling this, but then this can also change. So the thing is, like, even though I have all of this, everything can still change. It's fluid. So the price action is fluid. It can go up, it can go down, you know. And then if, for example, you know, we got a green and then we got a red and then we got a green, that's because price is doing what it wants. Same thing with divergence. Like the divergence could be 0.5% or 55%. I mean, it's great when these do work out. It's great. But like when you're in the moment and you're like, okay, you know, we got a red dot, you know, maybe let's say it was way over here overbought and we had a red dot. And then we had money flow, you know, going red, big time red. And then on top of that, we had bearish divergence. And it's like, okay, cool. You know, everything's lining up. And it comes down maybe 4%, 5%, found support somewhere else. And it starts coming up. And it's like, oh. But then you'll see some, and this is what they love showing you, especially, you know, mentors and everything else. They'll show you like the big moves. Oh, this one went 33%. Oh, let's go to the daily time frame. Look at this one. This one went 88%. Look at this one. This one went, we had this divergence here and it came all the way up here. And so that's what they love showing you. But yeah, man. Let's see here. David says, Market Cipher gives real money flow. Yeah. So Market Cipher, that I've heard that. Market Cipher does give real money flow. And money flow, in my opinion, is important. However, I don't know. I mean, because let's just hide everything. Let's examine this. And we're already closing. We're already closing, guys. So let's just examine this. So here, we're on the bigger time frame. Here we see money flow coming down. And you don't want to go through all these little bumps. You're just looking at it from the bigger picture. You have money flow. Dang it. Dang it, you heck. Go to this. And let's go to this. Let's go everything. Get out of here. Can't you see I'm trying to do something? All right. So where were we? So here we have money flow doing this. Okay. So it's doing this number. So we have price. And then money flow starts coming up. And then it starts kind of going sideways. And then this starts coming down. So I'm guessing this resets. And it's still not, then finally it starts coming down. And then this starts coming down. And then now it's, you know what I mean? It's like, huh, what, really? Now, picture that. And picture this. Here's my level until it breaks it. Now, here's my level. Now it's gaining support. Boom. Okay. Here's my level. Let's go Alt H. Alt H. Here's my level. I mean, look how much easier it is. Like this is support until it's not. And then, oh, it's not. Okay, well then this is support until it's not. Oh, it broke resistance. Oh, but couldn't do it. Okay, fine. It broke this level. Okay. So, like to me, this, it's just noise. And people, like they really like this money flow. Okay, look, money flow was down and then it went up. But if it breaks this level, I'm trying not to get frustrated. I don't care. If here it's coming down, price is coming down. Here, you know, the VWAPs are coming up, foretelling, but this can also change. But then money flow starts coming in, money flow starts coming in, money flow starts coming in, more, and it slows down right here, coming down, money flow, and then it starts coming up again, and then coming down. But I can see this, guys. I can see it. Here's my level. I don't enter until it breaks this. I enter on the 4-hour time frame. I enter and then boom, comes up, doing its thing. Breaks this level. Oh crap! Where's my stop loss? Probably down here. And then I lose it. Now, granted, could I foresee this because of the money flow? No, because the money flow, it could start coming down and then a spike. Money starts coming in. So to me, it's much easier to say, oh, it's much easier to be a Monday quarterback. We had money flow coming in, and look at all this money flow, and look at the price. The price started coming up. This is what I want to show you because this is blah, blah, blah. Market, not market cipher, but money flow. And look at all this. This is coming up, and look at the price. Oh, wow, that's amazing. But when you're actually in the trade, this can be coming up and coming down, going up and coming down and coming down and coming down, then coming up and then coming up, coming down. When you're in the moment, it is so different from, look, guys, we have the money flow coming down. And because the money flow is coming down, we have the price action coming down. Look at the money flow. The money flow is king. Money flow changes. Money flow is fluid. So I don't understand the simplicity of the money flow. Play the Great says, gotta work your order to operations for, oh yeah, man, I know the order of operations. But still, it can change at any moment. That's what I try to like tell people. It can change at any moment. Just like, and it's based off of price action. Yellow is short term, blue waves, general momentum, green, red, long term. So it's the VWAP. It tells you it's before the momentum waves. And the momentum waves is before the money flow. But anything can change. So let me know if I'm right on the order of operation. It's the VWAP. Then it's this kind of tells you what this is going to do. And then this tells you what this might do. But again, maybe I'm not explaining it right. Maybe my thought process is too simple for everybody else who is obviously way smarter than me. This is the effect of this, in my opinion. Yeah, this is Wu Manchu. This is the free version. This is Wu Manchu. And yes, I know money flow is different on Market Cipher, but I'm not going to spend, $1,500 on Market Cipher if, it's not giving me pretty much something could help me. I think my thought process is just too simple for most to understand. Most that have been not brainwashed by indicators, but believe in indicators as not like the Holy Grail, but in confluence with their other thought process. Like, honestly, my thought process is super, super simple. Like, crazy simple. Like, you can show me how this works, and I can show you how it doesn't work. You can show me how it works, and I can show you where it worked, but 2%, if it did. Let's see, one trade paid for my lifetime membership. It's honestly worth it. Maybe I need to get with you, man. But that's it for me. I do thank you guys very much. We will see you tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, we do this for 1 hour every single day. We went a little bit over today. But we do this 1 hour every single day, give you free mentorship, give you free charts, give you free setup, give you free thought process. And sometimes, and I know it, sometimes people don't value free. They would rather pay $100 for 1 hour versus what I do every single day. But I'm not here to get rich because of you. I'm here to get rich with you. Take that to heart. Everybody else wants to get rich because of you. Do I have a group? Yes, of course I do. But you can make money, you can learn here for free. I'm not going to tell you, oh, I'm not going to give you that link. You need to pay me for that link. No. I tell you, I show you, I help you. I want to build you up. I don't want to step on your back to get further up. Take that to heart, guys. I love you guys. Be good, be safe. Now, remember, you don't always have to be in a trade. And if you are in a trade, make sure to take profit. Thank you guys so much. I'm not sure what time it is your time, but it is always time to make this money. So let's do it, guys. My name is Joe. This is Trade Intuition. We'll see you tomorrow. And as always, let's make this money. Now it's time for the boring end screen. Boring. All right, guys. Take care. We'll see you. 3, 2, 1. A bingo and a bango. Take care.